SGC here! Movie review is on Man with the Iron Fist. So let's just get down with the storyline. Pretty much you have these government officials who's moving gold from the palace to some other place, and there's people that want to get to the gold. And then you got different clans that are involved, and you have this like blacksmith who's played by RZA, and he's just like tangled in all of these things, and things just happen. So storyline you can get from the trailer, it's not that big of a deal, it's just like, whoa, simple, and things do happen here. So what did I like? The action was pretty good. I mean, it brings back the feeling of like things that can't happen but just happen. I mean, you have like the bronze man turns bronze because of his like clan abilities, and you have like these wolves people. You have these like different clans that are represented by animals. I mean, from an English audience perspective, it was just like weird. Like, whoa, there's like the lion clan and rat clan, and you got the wolf clan, and you got like random Gemini people. But then from like a Chinese perspective, it was not that bad. I mean, silver lion sounds really lame in English, or bronze lion, but it sounds totally fine in Chinese context. If this film was in Chinese instead of English, dialogue wouldn't have been as corny or cheesy. But since it's in English, it's pretty cheesy for an American audience. So like what I just said, I mean, it captures the essence of like the whole like old school martial art films where it's just like pretty nuts, like just this out of the world sort of thing. Like they focus on the attributes of all these clans, and then each clan has like a specialty, and then they fight with that specialty against a different clan special, and it's pretty interesting in a sense. And I must say, like, I was totally fine with everything in this film. There's some people that are like saying it's too cheesy, but I was totally looking forward to it. The music in the background was awesome. I mean, it's just like this whole vibe that brings like sort of temporary context to a old school martial art atmosphere. And I must say the acting wasn't like, I didn't expect anything. Lucy Liu at first I was just like, why can't they cast someone else? They had Jamie, who was great as girl that dated RZA. And then you got like X-Blade, who I did not know was in Die Another Day, so it was interesting to see that. And you got like other people. I love some of the cameos that were brought in. That was just like, wow, thanks RZA. I mean, I was, whoa, I can't believe this. And then when there were lines spoken in Cantonese, I was just like, this is cool. I'm in a English theater listening to Cantonese, and I don't need subtitles. Good stuff. Also, I think like the cheese factor here isn't that big. I mean, you have RZA, who's a black guy, and then he's like chilling out with monks. It really feels weird, but it's not like, oh, that's totally not possible. Because like the dialogue that they have is just like, yep, if he wasn't black, it was no problem whatsoever. It would have been awkward. And even though he's black, it wasn't like, whoa, this is so far-fetched that like, yeah, black man can't be a monk. But yeah, I was like, this is cool. I can totally see RZA being a monk. Dialogue here was just like interesting, where there's so many like corny lines, but like if you were saying them in Chinese, it would have totally fit the context of a old school martial art film. So that's pretty much what I liked. What I didn't like is that there isn't much that I didn't like. The action scenes were pretty cool and sort of like maybe a little bit predictable, because I mean, you got like bronze guy who's totally invulnerable to like blades. Got X-Blade fight him, so it's like, oh, who's gonna win now? I think people would probably see this film as cheesy, and then when they watch it, they'll be like, oh, it wasn't that funny. I mean, that's the point. It was not supposed to be funny. It wasn't doing cheese for funny factor. I think it was just trying to go back to like remind people of like, oh, what's martial art films back then? Because I mean, nowadays you have a lot of Asian martial art films that are way too artistic for my taste. Because like you have Hero, who does like a lot of slow-mo and then just like really fast-paced stuff, and it's like House of the Flying Daggers. I didn't really like that. And then sure, you can go like, what the heck's wrong with you comparing those films to this film? I don't know, I just really like that whole atmosphere. It was like a cheesy martial art film, unlike those other martial arts where it's like taking things super seriously, like everything real. And I have people who talked about how, oh, it's not as funny as Expendables 2, and I'm saying like, yeah, Expendables 2 was like, they were trying to be so realistic, like the whole point, like, I'm so macho, like I don't get shot. And I think like Expendables 2 was a lot more funnier than Man with Iron Fist, but there were a lot more enjoyable moments in the Man with the Iron Fist, and then like so much more value. You have the storyline were simple, but you got to see a lot of different characters and the style and sense, and you got the artistic value of different costume designs and like hair, makeup. Expendables, nothing. Funny, like sure, Expendables 2, hilarious, where when I watched it, I just laughed so much, it was just unbearable. So Man with Iron Fist, I liked it. Hope you will at least check it out, give it a chance. I think this is like Cloud Atlas, where not a lot of people are gonna like it, because it's just like, whoa, very different from what's coming out and what's even out already. So at least give it a chance. I mean, check it out on DVD when it comes out for sure. It's like a fun. It's like a fun watch. I mean, you got your jokes here and there. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for Man with Iron Fists. Hope you like it when you do check it out, because I totally would recommend it. Movie-wise, would I go for the theater? Maybe not, but then the soundtrack is good that I would want to hear it in a theater. So you take your pick. So I liked Iron Fist. Would you? You be the judge. See ya.